Bobby Brown is an American singer-songwriter, producer, actor, and dancer. He started his career in the R&B and pop group New Edition from its inception in 1978, until his exit from the group in December 1985. Bobby Brown, alongside frequent collaborator Teddy Riley, is noted as one of the pioneers of New Jack Swing, a fusion of hip-hop and R&B. Robert Beresford Brown was born on February 5, 1969 in Boston, Massachusetts. As one of 8 children, his mother, Carol Elizabeth, was a substitute teacher, and his father, Herbert James Brown, was a construction worker. He grew up in Roxbury's Orchard Park projects. Bobby Brown's first taste of being on stage occurred when he was 3, and one of his childhood idols, James Brown, performed in Boston. This performance sparked a dream of becoming a singer. He joined the church choir where he recognized and developed his singing abilities. Bobby Brown's musical influences also include Rick James and Michael Jackson. Bobby Brown has been married twice and has fathered 7 children. His eldest child, son Landon Brown, was born on June 22, 1986, to Malika Williams. He has 2 children with Kim Ward, who he met around 1980, daughter LaPrencia Brown, who was born in 1989, and his son, Bobby Brown Jr., who was born in 1991 and died in 2020. His and Kim Ward's 11-year relationship ended in 1991. Now, Bobby Brown first met Whitney Houston at the Soul Train Music Awards in 1989. They began a close friendship after Whitney invited Bobby to her birthday party. Their friendship developed into a romance, and in 1991, Bobby Brown proposed marriage to Whitney, and the couple married at Whitney's estate on July 18, 1992. Whitney Houston suffered miscarriages from 1990 to 1994. And 1996? His only child, Whitney Bobby, Christina Brown, was born on March 4, 1993. They later collaborated on the hit single Something in Common, which included their daughter at the end of the music video. In 2003, Bobby was charged with battery after an altercation with Whitney. In September 2006, Whitney Houston filed for legal separation and later divorce. Their divorce was finalized on April 24, 2007, with Whitney receiving custody of their 14-year-old daughter. In a September 2009 interview with Oprah Winfrey, Whitney Houston admitted to sometimes using drugs with Bobby Brown, stating that Bobby had laced marijuana with cocaine. She also told Oprah Winfrey that Bobby Brown had been abusive during their marriage and even spat on her. On one occasion, while drunk in 2009, Bobby Brown had a son named Cassius with his partner of 2 years, manager Alicia Etheridge. They became engaged in May 2010 when Bobby Brown proposed during a performance at the Funk Fest in Jacksonville, Florida. The couple married on June 18, 2012 in Hawaii, and have since had 2 daughters, Bodie Jamison Rain, who was born in 2015, and Hendrix Brown, who was born in 2016. Following the death of Whitney Houston on February 11, 2012, Bobby Brown appeared at Whitney's memorial service in New Jersey, but was asked to leave by the family's security. In an interview given to The Today Show in May 2012, he said security was the reason he and his family left the service. On November 18, 2020, Bobby Brown's son, Bobby Jr., at the age of 28, was found dead in his home. At age 32, Bobby said that his drug of choice was marijuana and that he had developed alcoholism at an early age. In 1981, 12-year-old Bobby Brown and 2 of his childhood friends formed the band New Edition. New Edition's 1983 debut album Candy Girl reached #20 on the Billboard R&B Singles Chart. In 1986, Bobby Brown's first solo album, King of Stage, was released and sold moderately well. It was not until he teamed up with R&B songwriters and producers Teddy Riley, Louisiana Reed, and Babyface on his second album, Don't Be Cruel in 1988, took the music world by storm. The album would eventually sell over 12 million copies. He He became famous for his hits in the 1980s and 1990s, including Don't Be Cruel. However, his musical fame was somewhat overshadowed in the late 1990s by his highly publicized and troubled relationship with pop singing sensation Whitney Houston. In 1989, Bobby Brown made his film debut with a cameo acting appearance as the mayor's doorman in Ghostbusters 2. He then appeared in the HBO kids show Mother Goose Rock and Rhyme, playing all three characters of the Three Blind Mice. In 1990, he reunited with the New Edition for a performance at the 1990 MTV Video Music Awards, which led to the group releasing the 1996 album Home Again. In 2005, Bobby Brown signed a deal with Bravo for the reality series Being Bobby Brown. The show was canceled in 2006 after Whitney Houston refused to appear in a second season. Bobby Brown planned to release a tell-all book called Bobby Brown, The Truth, The Whole Truth, and Nothing But, written by author Derek Handspike. In 2008, when controversial statements that he made about Whitney Houston were leaked to the media, he backed out of the project hand. Spike ultimately released the book following Whitney Houston's death. Well, that's all we have about Bobby Brown. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. And please go ahead and give this video a like.